Hello, how are we? Welcome to another edition of Up the Reds with me, Andy Canby. So, we played Tottenham yesterday and we got beat 2-1. We finished the game with 9 men, and it was an own goal that had won the game. So, apologies for not doing this one last night. After the game because of things I might have said on here that I might have regretted. A lot of sweary stuff. I just needed to take stock of what I witnessed in that game for 96 minutes, and on reflection today, do this video. So apologies if you were waiting for me to do one of these after the game last night, but you can probably understand it probably would have been a rant rather than a overall look on the game. So we are going to talk about the controversial things in the match, but I want to start off with the positives from our point of view. I'm going to say something now that some of you'll think is I'm sort of like hedging my bets too soon. I can see in this team that they are going to win the Premier League and other trophies. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because partly of what I witnessed yesterday. During the game, after the game, etc. The comments from the players after the game as well, and obviously what Jurgen Klopp had to say as well. I thought we were outstanding yesterday in the face of adversity, which I'm trying to not say too much now. I'll say it in a few moments. Of all the challenges that were put up against us yesterday, I thought the players were man-to-man outstanding. Ali in goal made some superb saves. The fella's 31 tomorrow. Probably look back on this game as probably one of his best in a Liverpool shirt. Virgil was really good. All the players were really on it, even the lads that had come on. I can probably understand why Jurgen kept Darwin Núñez to one side, having to defend as we did, and it's not worth him picking up an injury or making himself unavailable in the next few games by a little niggle that he's carrying. Players that come on played really well. We don't need to say much about Dominik Szoboszlai. Yet again, he ran for miles and miles and miles. If I'm being honest, we would have won that game with 10 men. I have no doubt about that. Tottenham didn't have any answers or clues. They were even worse when we went down to 9 men. They couldn't break us down, and unfortunately for us, 2 minutes before the end of the game, a cross comes in, and probably being, as I've said to you before, our Achilles heel. We don't stop crosses coming in. We turn our backs on them, and the ball just flew off Joel Matip's shin and went in or whatever. So again, I thought he was outstanding as well yesterday. Let's talk about the white elephant. That is the officials. I include the officials that were officiating the game. I thought Mo Salah got booked for a supposedly foul when it was a 50-50 tangling going on. The liner give it right in front of the Liverpool fans. It's never a foul. Mo actually didn't get booked for the foul. He got booked for kicking the ball away. It was never a foul. I don't know what that linesman was seeing on there. Okay, so I thought we started the game well. Tottenham, we gave Tottenham a couple of half chances, but we were creating the better chances, and really, then the sending off happened. It's not a sending off. I can send somebody off by looking at a still photo. That's how bad it was by Darren England and Dan Cook, the VAR assistant, the VAR's assistant. Can you believe that? Two professional referees sending a still image to the referee, probably shouting down his earlobe, look, it's not a yellow, it's not a yellow, it's a red, it's a red, I want you to have a look at it, I want you to have a look at it. Can you imagine all that going on? And then they send him a still image. As I said, I can produce any still image from a Premier League game and the referee will deem it a red card, not the actual moving image at its pace. So, okay, Curtis knew it was probably a foul, right? He acknowledged it, made genuine attempt to go for the ball, got the yellow card. Even at the yellow card, he was umming and ahhing, and then the red card was an absolute shambolic. And then we go and take the lead. The biggest controversy of all, onside. What is the linesman on the near side seeing? He's level with play. He's actually level with play. And when Darwin scores the goal, he decides to put his flag up. Now, he could have kept his flag down. He didn't have to put it up because it was clear and obvious that Darwin Núñez, that Luis Diaz was in an onside position. Timed his run perfectly. The ball was played perfectly. The linesman can see that. The play goes on, and then this is where the shit starts to hit the fan. VAR, Darren England, Dan Cook saying check complete after 40 seconds. Check complete on what? What was the communication between the VAR room, the manager, and don't forget the fourth official? They've all got earpieces, they can all listen to what's going on. What was the breakdown in communication then? That is probably one of the worst decisions I have ever seen since VAR has been introduced to the English game. It was so blatant that something wasn't right, that between the officials at the ground to the officials at Stockley Park couldn't get right. Now, they would have kept that quiet because something was said to the referee when the game restarted, and if you see the caption where he looked slightly stunned, he's probably been told we've made an error, that it should be a goal to Liverpool. And then I just think the ref just lost the plot. He lost any credibility in that game. Started flashing yellow cards out. Jota's first yellow wasn't a yellow. The Spurs player trips himself up, gets Jota booked. Jota laughs, thinks I've got a yellow. The second yellow he's probably a yellow, bit rash from him. Then we go down to 9 men, and it just becomes an impossible task for us in this game. Dan Cook and Dan Cook and Darren England have been replaced from their duties in the next game. That's not good enough, Howard Webb. It's not good enough at all, because these guys are going to make the same mistakes for different teams in the Premier League. This is not about Liverpool Football Club, but it is at this present moment. But in the overall picture, these clowns are ruining the best league in the world with their pathetic decisions. Absolutely pathetic. Just going back onto the goal, apparently lines were drawn, and then clearly showing that Luis Diaz was onside. I'd like to know, or I'd like to listen to the audio of that. I bet we don't get that from Howard Webb. When Howard Webb, if he shows his face to Sky Sports, you know, when they do the Michael Owen does the let's have a look at some decisions, right decisions, bad decisions. I mean, Michael Owen's probably the worst pundit to have on a programme like that. It was beIN Sports that put the lines up straight away and said he's onside. If beIN Sports hadn't have sent a tweet out, how hush-hush would have been the PGMOL. The FA have to have a serious look at these officials now, because they are ruining the game at the top end. It's a multi-million-pound game, and we've got inept officials trying to referee these games. They're not fit enough. They're not competent enough. They constantly make different decisions in different games. One week it's handball. Next week it's not handball. One week it's offside. Next week it's not offside. It's now getting beyond a joke, an absolute joke. They won't get rid of VAR. VAR should go. But what they should start doing now is sacking incompetent officials, because they're not good enough. You know, they've come through the leagues to get to the elite, refereeing elite competition. It's still not good enough. So yeah, I'm disappointed by the result, but the result was made by officials who aren't good enough at doing the jobs. Full stop. It is. I thought we were outstanding. Thought Jurgen's statement afterwards, look, I cannot say anything because I will get fined. That has to change. You have to. Why should we not criticise? We criticise players. We criticise managers. I've come on here, criticised a player of ours constructively, criticised Jurgen Klopp constructively. Why can't we do that? What's the thing about this respect idea for referees? What about the respect to the players? What about taking the referee, his two linesmen, Dan Cook, and Darren England, to the AXA training ground on Monday morning, where the players and the management all sat down and explained the decisions to them? It's just diabolical. And the other thing is, of spoiling the game the game was a really good spectacle until the sending off. Even after the sending off, you was thinking, hey, this could go either way. You know, it could go either way, because it was really entertaining. we were outstanding, as I've already said. It was just spoiled. That game went worldwide. You know, Liverpool are probably going to get fined £25,000 by the FA. Do you know why? Because we had 6 cards in that game. Are they all yellows? Are they all reds? You know, and yet we're going to get fined £25,000. The FA will be rubbing their hands. That's the Christmas party taken care of this December. It really is not a good look on anything that we produce as a world-class showcase. That is the Premier League. So yeah, it was. Really, what I'm going to say now is that the players, they will pick themselves up, they will brush themselves down. They know they were robbed of that game. We move on. They're young enough to shrug it off and get off to the next game. Yeah, we're in the Europa League on Thursday at home to SC Union, or Union SC. So there'll be lots of changes in that game, and then we face Brighton away. Brighton will be looking to get one over us on us. They got hammered 6-1 by Aston Villa. I saw the game. They were poor, Brighton. We need to expose that against them next week. So really, I've never done one of these as this long before. I had to reflect on what I witnessed yesterday. Honestly, if I'd have came on here yesterday, the beep thing would have been off the scale because I was so livid. But I've taken stock. The excuses that the PGMOL are coming out with today are even more ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Did you know that Michael Oliver, Dan Cook and Darren England were invited to referee a game on Wednesday or Thursday at the United Arab Emirates by the owners of Manchester City? And then they fly back on Friday and they are involved in a top of the table clash. Tottenham versus Liverpool. My question is, why are we allowing our officials to go to an Arab state to referee or officiate a game of football that has nothing to do with any FIFA tournament, any UEFA tournament? I'll leave that decision up to you guys. Okay, I'm going to say enough on this one. I'll speak to you when Jurgen does his presser for the Europa League game on Thursday. I'm not going to mention any more on here about yesterday's events. If you like what I'm doing, what I've said, please smash us a like. Please follow, subscribe. It's free. Yeah, let's or leave your comments. Send me your comments, and I'll take them all on board. And if you want me to discuss anything else from the game or anything from to do with the Liverpool Football Club, don't hesitate to get in touch. Leave your comments below. Okay, have a boss Sunday, and I'll speak to you next time on one of these. Up the Reds.